Today, so again, we're going to talk about, so some questions, okay, about our previous topic. Let me share the board. Okay, not this one. I feel like this one, 60. Okay. Well, so remember that we had some questions that we wanted to. Okay. Well, so yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
You have a busy day.
Yes.
It's okay. Well, if you're ready, we can get started.
Okay.
Okay, the first question for you. What do you like most about Vietnamese culture?
Mm. Vietnamese culture,
Yes.
Vietnamese cuisine. I um one of the most thing I like is Vietnamese cuisine. Um, as there are a lot of dishes are famous in the world, and the foreigners uh, came to try it, and they um, uh, compliment our dishes. One of the most uh, one of the most delicious in the world. Um, the second is uh, the second thing is Vietnamese people have a warm heart. Uh, they always welcome foreigners to come and work in Vietnam. Um, and the third one I like most is we respect our ancestor. Um, we show respect to uh, to um, we worship um, the ancestors.
Well,
Yes.
okay, very good. So let's talk about your answer. So there are three reasons that why you like and what you like most about your culture. The first one, as you said, was your cuisine, so different. So one of the thing, okay, I like the most is Vietnamese cuisine. So one
Yes.
of the thing I like the most is Vietnamese cuisine. So it's better to correct it. And as there are so you can say as there are many dishes. So there was something wrong with camera, like I can't see you anymore.
Let me take it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. So as there are many dishes that actually are famous around the world, and foreigners come to try and compliment our dishes. Okay, so one of the thing I like the most, okay, this is more natural. Many dishes, not a lot of, so this is more natural. Many dishes and famous around the world. They're famous around the world is better. And, just foreigners come to try. The second thing that you mentioned was actually you said they have warm heart. So the second thing is that if I were you, I would say, like, yeah, it's good. The second thing is that Vietnamese people have warm hearts. It was good. Warm hearts, because this is plural, don't forget. And they always welcome foreigners to come and work in Vietnam. Always welcome. Okay, this is better. And the last one, you respect your ancestors. That was good. You respect and honor. So it's better. So we respect and honor our ancestors, showing them great reverence. For example, I like this, and worship. So showing them great reverence and worship. Reverence is more formal. You can use it if you want. And worship is good. So showing them a great reverence and worship. It's like we honor them.
Wait,
So,
you can write for me? You
of
can please
course.
write for me. We respect and honor what?
Yeah, of course. Let me write. From the beginning, you mean?
Yes,
We
we respect.
respect
Yeah.
and honor. Okay, we respect and honor our ancestors. Okay, showing
Honor our own
them
ancestors.
great
Honor them great reverence.
reverence. Okay,
Reverence.
okay.
Reverence. Reverence and
This is
worship.
good. Yes. And you
Rever
know that reverence is a deep feeling of respect. Yeah,
different.
of course, like respect. The synonym is respect, but this one is more formal.
Yeah. Reverence. Yeah.
Well,
Reverence.
respect.
Deep feeling. Reverence.
Yeah, reverence
Reverence.
means respect. Well,
Reverence. 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 Lòng thành kính sự tôn trọng. Okay.
okay. Describe an important traditional festival in your country.
Describe important traditional festival in Vietnam. Yeah. What is the festival? We respect and honor our soldier who sacrificed themselves for our freedom. It's culture, traditional festival, and We respect and honor our kings. Um, 1,000 years ago, he protect and built our and kept our country. Mm, mm, that's important traditional in Vietnam. Yes, that's all. That's all.
Well, okay. Well, so as you said, we respect and honor our soldiers, so it's good. So first, it's better to give the name. So what the festival is, because I have no idea. So for example, this festival that is, for example, held to honor. Okay, so we can say that, for example, a festival that is a traditional celebration where we respect and honor our soldiers who sacrificed, yeah, of course, their lives, not themselves, their lives,
Mm.
okay, for our freedom. That was good. And yes, we also respect, we also pay tribute. Okay, so for example, let me say, I want to say honor, but I don't want to repeat it again and again. If I want to give you a good word, just, a formal word, I say pay tribute to our kings. We also pay tribute to our kings. It means like, we honor them, we respect, okay? So we also pay tribute to our kings, especially one from 1,000 years ago who protected, built, and preserved our country.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you can say we have some cultural and traditional celebrations, or we have one, we have two. So cultural and traditional celebration. So that are held to honor, to respect our soldiers who sacrificed their lives for freedom, and of course, to pay tribute to our kings, especially one from 1,000 years ago who protected, who built our country. So this way you can make your answer.
Yes.
Well,
Pagan. Yes.
okay. The next one, is there anything from Vietnamese culture may shock or surprise foreigner?
Vietnamese culture surprise the foreigner. Yeah. Vietnamese transportation culture um, is is short is short foreigners. We had a lot of motorcycles at the same time on the street, and we do not follow the rules, um, and we we don't uh, we don't say we don't uh, prioritizing for for people who work. We work at this moment. I want pedestrian.
Yeah.
Vietnamese culture does not prioritize pedestrians.
Yeah. Got it. So
The motorcycle or car does not prioritize pedestrians. And that's the culture is not good, and we have to learn from your countries
yeah.
about transportation culture.
Yeah, of course. So it's like you have, it's like, the problem is with maybe a shocking thing or maybe something that shocks tourists or foreigners is your transportation system. That is, you have lots of motorcycles on the street and you don't always follow the rules, traffic rules. Yeah, and so you don't always prioritize pedestrians and people, yeah, got it, don't follow traffic laws. So you can say one aspect that shocks foreigners or tourists is our, for example, public transportation or our transportation system. Okay. So
One
one
aspect, one aspect
aspect that
that
shocks them.
that
Yeah.
shocked foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreigners, tourists, them. So because you mentioned, you can also say, yeah. So we don't always prioritize pedestrians. So it's better. We don't always prioritize pedestrians.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And this one.
I want
So,
to read it again. I
of
want to
course,
read
of course, of course.
uh, the second for three or four people on the bike. Yeah. Now at this time we don't uh, we don't have three or four people on the bike anymore. We don't know how and when to cross the street. Overprotecting their skin. Street ninja cover the face mask, a pair of long slow sunglasses, and cover dress to stay away from the sun. Yes, maybe we, as you know, we like to have a
Fair
uh,
skin.
fair,
Fair.
fair skin.
Fair
So we
skin.
cover our skin carefully, yeah,
Yeah.
from top to the foot
You're
to
obsessed with, you can say that we are obsessed with fair
to
skin. Yeah.
upset,
Of course, obsessed.
upset too.
Obsessed
Oh,
with
upset,
fair skin. It means you really like to have
upset,
fair skin, so you're obsessed with something, means you really like to have it. So it's like, you're obsessed with, you really like it.
upset, fair
Obsessed with fair skin.
with fair skin. Yeah.
And because of this, of course, you wear face mask, and you try to cover your face in order to avoid and stay away from the sun. Yeah.
Yes, when I ride a car, I also wear mask, face mask,
Really?
and long sleeve shirt,
Wow.
sunglasses.
So
Yes, and
interesting.
wear hats in the car.
Ah,
Yeah, because
Of course, you have beautiful skin, so you don't want, yeah, get sunburns.
I have a brown skin on the left. On the
No, you
left.
don't.
Yes, because I ride a car a lot. So the sun shine directly to my skin.
Yeah, of
Mm.
course. So you don't want to, yeah, I know. So it should be actually extreme here. Like I think it's so because normally, yeah, of course, I know that. So you can get sunburns. It's normal. What you when you walk in the street, or for example, but when you drive, like maybe, so it should be really hot and so yeah. But that is really interesting. That is really interesting. So let me ask you, normally people have just, fair skin, just in the light, or no?
Fair skin or light?
Fair skin, light skin, just, I don't want to say white. Fair skin like you, like me, okay, just fair, light, white skin. So normally do people in your country have fair skin?
No.
So but they want to have because of
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, got it.
We have the color is a little yellow, like not fair, not light. It look like a brown skin. We have
Yeah,
so we want to have a fair skin or lighter.
yeah, of course. So, well, like, you have it's a kind of we have different words that we can use. For brown skin, like we normally say tan. Tan.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. And for example, for yellowish, just kind of you can say pale or light. For so
Pale light.
pale, of course, or light.
Yeah, pale light.
Yeah.
10. 10 is TANG.
Yeah.
10.
10.
10. 10. TAN.
And yeah,
10.
10, of
Oh,
course.
10. 10 skin. Lilac brown.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Of course. In the darker shade, when your skin has darker shade, it's like, 10. Yeah.
Yesterday
Especially after spending. So if you spend a week at a beach, of course, you will have a beautiful 10. Yeah, I like
no,
it.
we Vietnamese girls don't like
Uh,
to
I
have a
do.
and
I
yeah,
do. I
I
really
know.
want to have.
Yes. Yesterday I met some friends. Maybe 4 months we have not seen it together. Yesterday I met them and they said that wow, you have a tan skin. Why? What? Uh, you work hard and you water. You work in the sun, right? So
Yeah.
you have a tanner skin.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
said that no, I didn't work under the sun, but I don't
Yeah.
know why I have a tan skin. My
Yeah. Tan, sun
is a
tanned, of course. You can say
suntan.
sun tan
Suntan.
skin. It's
Uh,
yeah. Yeah. Like, the other word that we normally say it is sun kissed skin.
yeah.
Because it's so beautiful. I like it.
Oh, in Vietnam we
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, in your my friends say why look so not more beautiful like before.
no
Just
way.
suntan skin yesterday.
No way. Yeah, that's really interesting. So yeah, it's like, people all around the world, just I think we want to have what we don't. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like, for example, someone who has a really, yeah, of course, white and just, okay, for example, I don't know, blonde. The blondies, they want to change. So I feel like, I don't know, I like it. It's so beautiful. Yeah.
Let me read let me read the third one. Passionate football fan get crazy about it. Stop everything to watch the game. Stop everything to watch the game. After the game, we parade with red shirt and flags on the street. Yes. We love football. And when the Vietnam football team, Vietnamese football team have a football match with other countries, we can stop everything to watch the match. And if we are win, the team win, many young people crowded gathered on the street, yeah, to congratulate
To celebrate, you mean?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
You win.
when we win. So
Yeah.
the policemen, they are afraid of
This crowd. So
the
of course.
crowd, and afraid they wish they I think they don't wish okay. I don't
Yeah,
know
of
how
course, I know
to
that. So what they find, maybe they can, yeah, you feel, you want to say that, okay, this like gathering, so this crowd, many people in the street, of course, they may ruin, destroy something, okay, I don't know, public places. So, of course, the police just, is afraid of just this type of like accidents, maybe some accidents, so because of that they don't like to have people, lots of people and this crowd in the street, right? But
yeah.
people normally do this. They actually get together in the street to celebrate when you win.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. So this public gatherings, of course, is so interesting, but yeah, large public gatherings. So normally cause some industry, especially after like, significant win or achievement happens, but, typically with joy, excitement, but it can be maybe sometimes dangerous. So
Yeah,
yeah,
danger.
yeah, of course. So there's some risk,
I've
like,
never I never I have never went I have never gone to the street,
yeah.
yeah, after the football team will win the game.
Of course,
Yeah,
I know that
proper.
property, like that they destroy something, and I don't know, public places, public, and it's really difficult to control the crowd. So, and preventing accidents. So, of course, they sometimes, it's risky, but yeah, there is no way. Just people are happy and they want to celebrate something that, this achievement together. So, well, and this one.
Different can be barrier. Do you think that culture difference can be a barrier?
Yeah,
Do you
like
agree?
obstacle, like problem, like
Uh,
it's like a fence.
mhm. Do you agree when in Rome, do as the Romans do? It's always good advice. Yes, we learn to we learn and to know and understand other countries' culture. The we should understand uh, the and respect the cultures from other countries, and to get into their cultures, and uh, and make it not a barrier, and make it easy to live in other country.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
So
I
yeah, of
think the
course.
cultural difference
Yeah.
cannot be a barrier if you understand and learn about the culture.
Of course. So, like, you want to say that actually we should respect different cultures. And when we respect and, making them no barrier to communicate or connection. So there is no barrier. So we learn to understand and appreciate
Appreciate.
different cultures, of course. We respect and embrace. And, of course, there is no barrier, so making them no barrier to communication or connection.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course, we need to learn. When in Rome, do as Romans do. What is that? Of course, we should learn. That is the respect. So, for example, something that is really normal, usual, and common in my culture, maybe is different and maybe can be considered rude in your culture. So, of course, we need to learn how to behave, how to respect different cultures to actually make our lives easier, especially when you need to live somewhere for a long time. And now, of course, not a long time, it's shorter long, I feel. So I
Mm-hmm.
think, yes, it's a really good advice.
We don't have a habit to make a like to queer the like to buy the ticket or to pay something we in the supermarket. In supermarket, we after buying after going grocery, we have to call in a line to pay. And in Vietnam, we don't have the cultures of queuing. You understand
Human
what I
cue, human
mean?
cues.
Yeah, queue.
Okay, well,
Queues, yeah.
okay.
So
So
when
you
I
need to, of course, you need to stand in line.
stand,
So, but you don't have so wait in line to buy a ticket or, for example, to pay for something at a supermarket. So that is really important to stand in line or to wait in line, you can use. And
stand.
so yeah, of course we have to wait in line. So what do you do? So, okay, so for example, if you don't wait, so how do you pay? So it's like,
Mm. Some people, some Vietnamese people, they cut the line.
oh, and just
It's
pay, and
very,
there is no problem with it. So people don't have any problem with it.
uh, so, yes, some people don't like, and they will ask that people to queue to stand in line. Uh, they show uh, they not they feel uncomfortable to for people to do that. Uh, yeah, but now we learn to do to learn to wait in line, and we learn to to tip when we go to the restaurant.
Ah, of course. So you
Yeah,
tip. Yeah, of
you
course.
tip. Yes,
Well,
lot
so
country.
Yeah, so you can say this way. In Vietnam, we don't have the culture of waiting in line. Okay, this is the better one. But if people do this, maybe they would ask people, all the people, they would ask people to queue or stand in line. So you mean this word, I mean. So let me just erase the word.
Here. We don't have a culture of standing in the line. In line. Queue.
Yeah, they
In
would ask, okay, showing that they feel uncomfortable with others not doing, so it's not really good. But now, of course, so you are learning to wait in line, so this one is better.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, okay, so we talked about this topic, and now it's time to move on. A new topic. Ready? Any questions?
Yeah. No questions, but give me
Wow.
5 minutes.
Of course, yes. Take your time.
Thank you. A busy day. Mm-hmm.
Tell me when you're ready.
Hello, I'm finished.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what we have.
Have you ever
Wow.
experienced or seen this scene before? What did you think about it? Wow.
Yeah. Of course. So tourism, and this industry has lots of benefits for every country, but there are also some downside, like some negative points and downside. So today we're going to talk about them. So can tourism ruin cities? Okay, so let's see. Yes, sometimes they can, especially when people don't follow the rules and they feel like that, okay, just I'm here for a short period of time, so let's do what I want. Well, the problems, crowd, and yeah, as you can see, damaging public properties or just, littering everywhere. So all of them are the problems that people face when, of course, they have lots of people who travel to the countries to visit their natural beauties or tourist attractions. And so tell me, do you have the same problems when people from different countries visit your country?
Yes.
What is the most important issue that you face, especially when it's actually peak time and most of, lots of tourists travel to your country to go sightseeing, to visit the attractions. So what is the most important issue that you face?
The issues in my hometown is the not foreigner tourists but local tourists. Local tourists came to come to my hometown and they litter a lot.
Ah,
Um, they and uh, they don't follow the rules, uh, follow the transportation rules. So they make traffic jams. Um, and they litter. Uh,
oh,
they litter a lot in the uh, attraction attraction sightseeing.
when they go sightseeing, they litter everywhere. Yeah,
Everywhere.
of course.
Mhm. And they we my hometown is a flower city, a city of flowers, and um, they pick the flowers.
Oh, so tell me if it's allowed.
Alone.
It means, so the government let them do this.
No,
So because picking the
they
flowers,
they
of course, especially, yeah.
they
Uh,
don't respect our um don't respect the natural beauty.
of course.
Uh, mhm. And uh, and the restaurant is under Lord. Uh, um, I mean, they the restaurant cannot serve for many tourists. And the service is poor.
Poor service, of course. So they can't, yeah. So when they're just, overloaded, but
Overload.
overload is not actually. So let me say something about
Oh.
overload. I can underload is not correct, but overload is okay. So that the restaurant is, is too full. The restaurant is too full or busy, and they need to handle a lot of people, but they can't. They can't serve so many tourists. Yeah.
And the the issues, another issues is the price of the service is high, expensive.
Yeah.
When in the crowded season,
Peak season, you
in
mean?
the
When it's peak season, of
restaurant,
course, and when many people travel. So,
peak
yeah, so
season.
in another issue is that, so during the peak season, yeah,
Yes, in the peak
during the
season,
peak
the
season,
price,
of course, yeah,
the,
the
the price
prices like increase, you
is,
have raised,
yes,
of course, so the price of the service is high.
yes,
And of course expensive during the peak season.
yes, it's high, increase.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are a lot of issues.
yeah, of course, I know. Just so some issues that you actually that come from, like, tourist and tourism, and some of them know they're related to local people. For example, when it comes to price, of course, so local people decide to raise prices in actually during
Mm,
peak season. So
yes,
it's not something related to the tourism or a tourist, but of course, as you said, littering, the most important problem all around the world. So I think uh, we need to have strict rules, laws against littering, especially for the countries that, because that actually have many tourists every year because of their natural beauties. So it's like we need to, I think governments need to take an action and deal with this issue, because they can easily ruin and destroy everywhere. So yeah, but unfortunately they don't. So well, the first word that is actually nowadays is really common word, and everywhere we see people who protest around the world to against. So as you can see, the meaning: show you disagree with something by standing somewhere, shouting, carrying just, signs. And yeah, we have the same. So nowadays,
mm,
you can see people protest everywhere to show their actually dissatisfaction against new policies, Donald Trump's policies. So it's like we can say a good good synonym like object or
do you know the how many, how many tariff, how many percent
how
of
much.
tariff, how much
Whereas yesterday
for
I know about
Vietnam,
Vietnam or China.
for Vietnam is 46%.
It's better than China. For China is 125. I want to
Terrible.
cry.
That's
That's
war. That's
yeah, trade war.
financial trade
That is
war.
trade war, of course. Actually, the problem is with China. not with other country. So it's like, the problem that, Donald Trump has a significant, it's a really big problem with China, because actually he thinks and he believes that China stole our technology, and China's trade is not fair. So because of this, actually, we have this, actually, he decided to put these tariffs. And you know that, of course, he has some advisors like Elon Musk, and I don't know, different people who give some advice. So let's see what will happen. Just the result is not good in my country. People are not happy and satisfied with the situation because of the prices. So we have had a really significant, like we can say significant price during these weeks, recent weeks, and it's not really good. So we need to pay more, and it's actually made the life really difficult. So now, especially so we can't make more money just in short period of time, during this time, but we need to pay more. So it's not good because of this. People just protest in different states against this policy. So let's see what will happen. But at least we have 90 days so they can talk, I think. Yeah.
You're busy, but now you be although you're busy, you know all the things happens on the world. Good.
Oh, good, because my student actually, so every day, so especially these days, so everyone asks me like, okay, what happened? Tell me about tariffs. And I'm like, okay, just know that we are not happy. And, special labors, yeah, just think, yeah, I was talking to one of my students, and I gave an example. It was like, I go shopping for groceries, like it's about every week. And so when we go to Costco, I pay, for example, about $300, like, dollars, I mean. And this time, and 3 days ago, I went shopping and I paid 480. And I was like shocked. What is this? So just in 2 weeks, it was too much.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. So I think
That's good.
these tariffs, of course, directly affected the prices in the US. Yeah.
To the US citizens.
So let's see what will happen. I'm trying to be optimistic about this, but let's see what will happen. So we will immigrate to another country to live. I think it's better. Yeah, no, it will be okay.
I want to tell you that the China has revealed their true character after they show their tariff to the US. China revealed their characters their characters is aggressive and yeah, not peace loving.
Against, you mean against actually these policies against the US?
Yes.
Of
China.
course, 84. I think, they also put 84%. Yeah, that is so ridiculous. Yeah, it's so ridiculous that, yeah, actually their action, yeah, I think so. Not just it's about China. I think their actions are really aggressive.
Aggressive,
So, yeah, of course. So actually, all the countries decided to talk, negotiate, and remain silent, okay, to find a way to resolve this issue. And of course, we will. So it won't continue this way. But China's reaction was really aggressive, just, 84%. So let's see. what will happen. So, but Donald Trump is so just, yeah.
Donald Trump is more aggressive.
Of course. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Like,
China's action is aggressive, but Donald Trump is more aggressive.
definitely, yes. I can't say anything about it because, I don't want to be just the person who, I don't know, stand for. I feel like that it's not fair. It's not for people, it's not for different for countries, it's not for, but we have no idea the why something like that is going on and it's happening. So we have no idea because for example, I myself, I don't have any idea about just policies, politics, so I have nothing to say about it. But I know that, yes, of course, what is this? So it's not, that he actually, after his presidency, so started putting different laws, regulation against, I don't know, just tourism, against immigrants, against, for example, international relationships, so everything, tariffs. And now the situation is really complicated. Like, we don't know what they do, what's going on. But I can say that most of people, if I want to give you a percentage, I can say that 70% of people or more are not happy in the US, are not happy with the situation. They don't want. Because, for example, I know that we will have, price rising in future, near future, electronics, gadgets, so everything. So we don't want, of course, we can't. So we will have interior war. Let's see what will happen. But one person, Donald Trump. So let's see what will, yeah, of course. I feel like they are, yeah, aggressive,
But I
even more
love
aggressive.
this man. But I love this man. But I like this man. He dared to do so.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't vote. I didn't vote, but yeah. So I want to say that when you read his books, so you know that he has some books about business, is perfect. The mind is perfect. But the character and behavior is too aggressive. So yeah, of course, he dared, of course, to do it. But I don't know, maybe maybe he could find another way. Well, what is this? Just 125%? What is it? Yeah. And just, yeah,
Oh,
yesterday. Yeah.
yeah. I can imagine how China aggressive when Donald Trump said 125%. I don't know. I can't imagine uh, how
Let me
China
help you. Yeah. How they were. Let me
when they
tell you.
receive that
Yeah.
they receive that news.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like when actually DRD, it's just 125. Like, but one of my students, so yesterday I had classes with my Chinese students, and they were like, "Teacher, you know what happened?" I said, "Yes, I do."
The younger students,
Yeah. And they
the
told me
young,
that, yeah,
yeah.
our teacher actually talked about these tariffs, and what will happen. And I was like, I have no idea. I'm an ordinary person. I have no idea about all these tariffs. I can't say anything. But yeah, that was really interesting. That was, just in the schools, they talk to actual students. So it's so, I was like, wow, just, nothing happened yet. And this just, governments discuss something, negotiated something, I don't know about, and they put some tariffs. And of course, people are not happy. But, that was really interesting. And that, teachers started talking about, that is not related to kids. They have no idea. Even me, I have no idea about this tariff. I don't know anything about it. Even people at all. So they don't have, but they share everything with the students. Yeah, and you know what? For example,
Vietnamese
my
student, right? Is it Vietnamese student?
no
Ask.
Chinese, no
Oh,
Chinese.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Chinese student.
I won't. I won't teach. I won't teach my Chinese students anymore.
Yes, maybe.
I will immigrate. I would change my location. So it's like just really funny. I left it, just people, government. They just play with people and we're like, okay, so what can we do? Nothing. Just nothing. But it's not good. I feel like that, for example, one of my students told me, Chinese student told me, the teacher, our Chinese teacher told us that you should hate Americans because it's not really good. So it's not something related to normal people, ordinary people. And there is nothing actually. It's always we have the same issues all around the world. But I was like, no, it's not good. So we are friends. And no matter what, for example, our president, your president decide to do, but I was like, okay, you can hate.
No, the Chinese students are uh, going to abroad and study abroad a lot. Most of students, foreigner students in the US now is Chinese
Of course.
students. Yes.
Of course I do. I know that. So we have a lot from different countries, not only China. So we know that actually a lot of people, I don't want to say most, a lot of people around the world immigrate or travel or immigrate to maybe English speaking countries like, the US or the UK to, or Australia to study. And of course, why not? But I know that going abroad to study has become very common, but like that was really that attitude towards like, as a teacher, I believe that we shouldn't do this. You
Mhm.
know, we know our job is so different. We need to learn and we need to teach how to communicate, how to make a relationship better, how actually, first of all, we need to teach humanity. So all around the world, all people from different countries, we are like friends, we're sister and brothers. And no matter if you're from the UK, the US, China, Vietnam, I don't know, Asia, European countries, so no matter, just we are human
Yes.
people, yeah. And I can't teach my student, okay, just have this attitude towards like these people because they're from, it's not really good. But Donald Trump. So Biden was better. At least, yeah.
But
Let's.
I believe the way to Donald Trump do is the great way for the US.
Yes, yes,
Maybe we cannot see in the future.
yes. I told you, yes, definitely yes. He knows. He knows what he's doing. But maybe the method is not really good. It's a bit shocking. So it's not really good, but yes. The way Donald Trump does things, I think, yes, it's really good. But a great way maybe for the US trade, but we should wait. But it's long term, in short term, yeah, we have problems. But let's see, because we have no idea what is in his mind and what he want to do. But we need to wait to see. And it's not only for the US. Let me give you just, I know that, for example, now the focus of trading is in China. If we take this concentration focus and give it to another countries, like, to the other countries, Southeast Asia, of course, so there it can be really beneficial for their economy. So like, yes, I think we can have like equality for trading in actually different countries, but it takes time. So we should wait for it to see what will happen.
Yes.
So I think the result will be good, but not now. It's not really good. So especially people, laborers, workers, teachers, yeah, they're not satisfied. So I think they need to do something, take an action to make people more satisfied, just not now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the first word, protest. And
Good.
of course, the last word, to ruin, to destroy.
Dreams.
Destroy is the synonym,
Destroy.
of course.
A
Well,
rock
and
and left and in an ancient building in town.
of
Ruin.
course,
Ruins.
yeah, to damage, to destroy.
My
For
son.
example,
A set.
it's not only, yeah, heavy rain, the heavy rain, for example, ruin, I don't know, our picnic plans. So it's not only about just physical places. You can use ruin, a relationship, for example, but that means destroy or damage something. Yeah. And of course, so
It's
some,
a set of ruins from the ancient empire in the central coast of Vietnam has been welcoming thousands of tourists every year. The ruins, a set of ruins.
yeah, from the ancient, yeah, Gem Empire in the central coast of Vietnam has been welcoming thousands of tourists every year, of course. Yeah. Unfortunately, people visit, but they don't care and they don't protect these actually valuable ancient buildings. Well, okay, so uh we should skip this part since we have no time to keep going. Just we'll talk about it, of course, tomorrow. So with the
Okay.
rest of our words and the topic tourism and its advantages, disadvantages. Wow, so have a great day. Wonderful. And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.